Are you a network marketer who wants to build multiple streams of income? Or perhaps you want to build a solid, sustaining, successful network marketing business that's around for the long term that really gives you more time freedom and flexibility. Well, this one is for you today. Today, we're going to be talking about the truth about multiple streams of income. And I want to welcome you guys to today's prospecting pop up. I'm Sarah Robbins, and I am your host. I am a former kindergarten teacher turned network marketing top leader. Together with our team, we've done billions of dollars in sales every year. And I share my best practices in my best selling book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business. I also coach others to do the same inside of our coaching group where all companies are welcome, the networkmarketinginnercircle.com. You know, a few weeks ago, I was listening to a podcast from my friend Rory Vaden of Brand Builders, and Rory really helps big brands to grow and scale. And he was talking about the story of Lewis Howes, who had something like 17 streams of income. And he was really talking to him about how to simplify to multiply. And we're going to be talking about how that relates to you today, but how to simplify to multiply. And I remember doing that myself. Now, here's the thing, guys. Ever since I was a little girl, I was like a serial entrepreneur. I dream of new businesses every single day. It's just ingrained in me. Okay. And so I'll get these bright ideas and I'll go and I'll write them in this idea book. And I have been known to just like, hey, like this is a great idea. Let's try this new thing. And I remember doing this myself. I remember, does anybody remember when I had the merch line, MLM merch? I was like, oh, this is so cute. And all of it is to feed leads to my one thing, my network marketing business. I thought, let's create this merch that gets people to ask questions, right? Like, I change lives for a living. Well, what do you do? And I'm like, all of this is going to benefit my business. But the problem was it started dividing my time and diluting my focus. So I remember it was probably over a year ago sitting down with my husband, and I'm like, we have to look at the main thing and keep the main thing, and then expand and multiply and grow. And I decided, although it was a cute idea, I was going to shut that thing down because it was taking more of my time. And that was time that I could spend really growing my primary income. There's a Chinese proverb that says, he who chases two rabbits catches neither. He who chases two rabbits catches neither. So what happened with Lewis Howes? Many of you know him, right? He shut down these extra streams. He got true to his mission and he exploded his brand. So I have a question for all of you today. What would happen if you went all in on your business? I'm going to ask it again. What would happen if you went all in on your business? You see, the key to success and to scale is to do one thing well, to build it to the top, to do it over and over again. When we divide our time and our assets amongst multiple things, you actually have very little likelihood for success. Rory goes on to say, no one gets rich building multiple streams of income. Now, keep in mind, he works with people that are even far more successful than me. He said, they get rich doing one thing really well. And I agree. His advice was this: get debt free, live below your means, and then take the excess and invest. So your excess time, your excess money, invest it in personal development and break through the wall. Once you've done that, then you invest and do different things. So I'm going to repeat that again because I don't want you guys to miss this. And if this is resonating with somebody, put a boom in the chat. Rory said, get debt free, live below your means. This is such wisdom. Then take the excess and invest. Excess time, excess income, if you have it, right? Invest in personal, professional development and break through the wall. Once you've done that, then you invest and do different things. Diluted focus equals diluted results. I coach the same thing to my students in the network marketing inner circle. Pick one, stick with one, Learn to build it to the top and get paid. Create a legacy business, right? Pick one company, stick with one company, learn the one company, build to the top of the plan, and get paid. As it relates to our business, you don't build multiple streams of income in multiple MLMs. You just don't. I'll tell you why. So hear me out. You build multiple streams of income by building new legs or leaders in your company. Okay? And I'm going to explain. But again, I want you to hear me out. As it relates to success in our business, you don't build success by building multiple streams of income by doing multiple MLMs. So how do you build multiple streams of income? You build new legs or leaders in your company. Guys, I've been in the profession now for nearly 2 decades, and most of my mentors much longer. I don't know of one extremely successful leader who got rich building multiple companies. I just don't. But I do know many who have become very successful building one company. And once they've done that, then they've created a personal brand, right? Why? Diluted focus equals diluted results. So I want to just present to you today some challenges of building more than one, okay? And then also, too, what can you do if you find this is happening to you or in your business? How do you stay focused, okay? So here's the challenge with doing more than one. You're now having to create multiple points of content for your social media. By the way, inside of the inner circle, the network marketing inner circle, I coach people organic lead generation. This is how I became the #1 recruiter in my company. Stayed there over 15 years later. How to generate real leads online, right? I can't imagine doing that for multiple companies, okay? Creating all that content. The next, it also creates confusion. Confusion for your team, confusion for your customers, confusion for your online audience. Ultimately, it ends up hurting your credibility. And not to mention, it's not congruent. Imagine this, double the workload, diluting your focus. It's a distraction for you and your team. And we know in this type of business, we're different from a traditional business in the sense that what we do duplicates. So now we're sending the signal, we need to learn 2 sets of products, 2 systems. We're doubling our upline, we're doubling talking to 2 different sets of teams. So we are seeing this happen in the industry, not just any particular company. And what we're seeing is the company catches wind, and no matter how compliant you try to be, eventually you cross hairs with their P&Ps, their policies and procedures. And then we're seeing, oh no, people are getting terminated. So we're leading people down a path that hurts them, and ultimately it's not sustainable. It leads to short-term sales at the expense of long-term growth. Again, it leads to short-term sales at the expense of long-term growth. And why? Because the truth is, what you end up doing is you're only leveraging your existing customers or team, and eventually those people tap out. And it's diluted focus for everything, and it dilutes the business. It's like poking a hole in your inner tube, right? To fill up one, and you're releasing air out of the other. And eventually both fail. So why are people doing it? Why are people doing it? Well, here's the truth. Here's the truth. Many people start struggling in their business, and they're very tempted to blame their upline or their company, the very one that they praised for the reason why they became successful. That's confusing, right? The real truth be told, people start struggling because they stopped personally sponsoring. And I know if we were in a room together, it would be as quiet to hear a pin drop, but it's true. People started struggling because they stopped personally sponsoring and they got into management mode. You see, the #1 reason people fail is they diversify too soon. They stop doing the work that got them there. Okay? And here's the thing. Then we see changes in seasonality, not just of our business model, but business in general, right? Last time we saw a recession was in the recession of '08. And now the world is changing. And if you were smart and you diversified by building multiple streams of income, by building multiple legs and leaders in your one business, you have peace. You could lead thoughtfully. You're not caught up in the chaos, right? And by the way, it's not if a company goes through it, it's when. Have you guys read any of the Brett Blake books? There's one called Renewal for Field Leaders. It was a book that I wish that somebody gave me in the beginning of my career. Every company goes through it. Not one of you, mark my words, are immune to it. So if you're a network marketer who wants to build multiple streams of income, how do you do it? How do you do it? First and foremost, you multiply your business. How do you multiply your business? You get mentorship, okay? The truth is, you need better skills. You need systems to scale. And I teach how to do that inside of the Network Marketing Inner Circle, our multiplied method, how we created one of the largest, fastest growing sales teams in the industry. Truth be told, we are the company still that most look to today. The darlings in the industry, right? So if you want to learn how to scale and grow, this is open to all companies, by the way, comment the word coach and I'll get you details. Comment the word coach and I'll get you details. So we're going to invest, like Rory said, in our mentorship. Any extra time, any extra money we have, because hiring a coach saves you time and makes you money. Saves you time, shortens your learning curve, makes you money, gets you the results that you need to finally succeed, and stop making excuses. We're not blaming people. There's only one person on the paycheck. It's you. Then we pick one. We stick with one. We build to the top of it and we get paid. Again, we don't build multiple streams of income by doing multiple MLMs for all the reasons I shared today. We build multiple streams of income by developing new legs or new leaders within your business. The truth is, you don't need a new opportunity. You need a new commitment to the opportunity you've been given. Okay, I'm speaking truth today, and I know that it'll probably ruffle some feathers, and that's okay. I'm saying only what I'm seeing and what needs to be said. Again, I coach masterminds, so the top leaders in the industry who together lead millions and do multiple billions in sales, and we're all seeing and saying the same thing. So people are going to leave. It's not if, it is when. I don't care who you are. No company's immune to it. Read that renewal book. So how do you react if somebody leaves your business? Well, this is the opportunity to show people who you are, who your company is. Can I give you some advice from somebody who's seen nearly 2 decades of this? Love people on the way out. More times than not, they come back. But even if they don't, bless and release them and you build new. Bless and release them and you build new. Okay? I want you to focus on locking arms with those who want to be there, sharpening your skills. And let me just say, if you're feeling scared when they're shifting or there's changing, you know what that signals to you? That you need to start recruiting again. You need to have greater leverage by building more legs or leaders. Recruiting is the number one skills that you have to master. And by the way, I'm doing a really awesome recruiting masterclass. I haven't even launched it yet, but it's going to be on the 29th of April at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern time. So if you are not on our list, make sure you text the word guide to 310-388-8049, or you can go to prospectingguide.com. And not only will you get my free recruiting guide, words that work and where to find people, but I'll notify you of the class as well. Okay? But if you find yourself shaken, that's a signal to you. You need to leverage by building more legs or leaders and start recruiting again. I can promise you this, friends, the grass is not greener anywhere else. You do 2 things: promote a company, promote an opportunity. And every single one of those companies, they're going to make mistakes. Every single one of those uplines, they're going to make mistakes. The grass is not greener anywhere else. You just got to water your grass more. Pick with one, stick with one, build it to the top, get paid. Okay? If this has helped you today, will you let me know in the comments below? And by the way, if you have questions, let's keep the conversation going. I'd love to meet you over in the comment section, and be sure to share this with your team. With that, guys, I hope today helped. Have a great day. God bless. Goodbye for now. And rock on, rock stars. Talk to you real soon.